About brushes. We use the same brushes for oil or acrylic. I use about 6 different brushes. Mine are scruffy looking old brushes. If you have good brushes, you can use them. Otherwise, I suggest you buy cheaper brushes until you learn how to paint, and then you can choose the brushes you want. The brushes are a 2-inch house painting brush, a 1-inch house painting brush, a flat hog bristle brush, a round hog bristle brush, little hair brushes for the branches, a fan brush and a painting knife. Now the 2-inch house painting brush, this is a normal hog bristle brush. They come in nylon brushes nowadays, so you can choose either a nylon brush or a normal house painting brush. We use that for the backgrounds, the undercoat for the sky and the water and the reflections. We can use a dry 2-inch brush to brush over the clouds lightly and give them a look that they're moving. Also, it takes the clouds back a bit. The 1-inch or the 3/4 inch house painting brush is useful for smaller paintings, and we can use it for dabbing on the foliage. The flat hog bristle brush we use for painting in our tree trunks, painting our houses and cabins, and our mountains. We can paint a full picture with this brush. Not a very big brush, just a medium-sized flat hog bristle brush. The round hog bristle brush is not always available in every country. I find in some countries you can't buy them. Don't buy the pointy version of this brush. If you can't find a round hog bristle brush, use a 3/4 inch house painting brush. You can trim the hairs into a nice shape with a pair of scissors. The fine hair brush is a normal little squirrel hair brush for painting the branches. You might need 2 sizes. You might want a little one for little branches and a thicker one for thicker branches. The fan brush comes in about 3 sizes. A medium-sized fan brush is useful for all. You only need 1 size. The painting knife, you only need 1 painting knife. Find one you're comfortable with, not too big, about this shape, and make sure it's cranked. Painting knives are cranked. Palette knives are flat. You can do a whole picture with the painting knife if you wish, but we use it mainly for painting rocks, and sometimes I paint tree trunks with it. Also, it's handy to pick up things that are stuck to your painting, like hairs. It's not much use me telling you what size the brushes are and what size is written on them, because different manufacturers have different ways of sizing their brushes. So my advice is, use the brushes you have. If you need to buy brushes, at this stage, don't buy expensive brushes. Here is a quick list of brushes again. The 2-inch house painting brush, the 1-inch house painting brush, the round hog bristle brush, the flat hog bristle brush, a fan brush, little fine hair brush, and a painting knife. We talk now about canvas and artboards and how to glue down your canvas. This is a typical piece of artist picture canvas. On one side it is prepared ready to accept the paint. The canvas usually comes in 6-metre rolls, and it's usually about 5 to 6 foot wide. I buy 2 metres at a time. You might use these little art panels. They're very convenient. They come in many sizes. 9 by 12 or 11 by 14 or 10 by 12 are good sizes to start with. Also available is this stretched canvas, which is stretched on a frame. It's okay, but you might find it a little bit bouncy when you paint on it. If you wish, you can prepare hardboard by giving it 1 or 2 coats of acrylic house paint, and then you give it a little bit of a rub with a fine sandpaper. Now let's glue down some canvas. You cut your canvas to be a bit bigger than the board you wish to glue it to. Mine's a bit too big. Then you put a good coat of glue on the board and stick the canvas to it. When you put the glue on the board, put plenty on. This is the white PVA glue, a very common glue often used for woodwork. Give the board a thick coat of glue by spreading it with a spreader, and simply place the canvas on top and spread it out with your hand. Flatten it with your hand. And when it's dry, you can trim it up with a knife. So there's your art ready to paint on. It's just canvas glued to a board with PVA glue. And if you wish to glue down a finished painting, we do exactly the same.